Hello, brothers and sisters of light and dark. Welcome to my page. Common sense. I try to keep it down and need to get here under 10 minutes. If it goes over 10 minutes, it's something very important. And not important to liberals, libertarians, people who believe in God, people like to smoke, people like to drink, people like ayahuasca, people like DMT. Listeners' discretion is advised. If there's something I'm saying that's not common sense, please write the motherfucking question down below before I wring your fucking neck. Don't make prejudgments in your mind's eye. Don't do that. Don't do that. Ask a question and we will have a civil debate. But most people are not capable of civil debates. So if you're a part of that 80 to 90% of people, skedaddle your ass away from my videos, please. Because I'm schizo. I'm crazy. I'm schizo-affective indigo. You don't know what that term is. And it's not a delusional term. It's just not. They haven't discovered it yet. Okay, there's people with special abilities in this world, but they have to keep it under wraps. You know how the white man is, the cracker, the coo-hoo, you know. There's aliens and shit out there. There's other species out there, but they don't want you to know. They don't want you talking about them too much. There's people who create water out of thin air. What did I tell you? There's people who create fire out of their hands. But you won't know about that. You won't know about that. All right, let's get on with the topic for today. The topic, I just made a video about, that video was about, how to spot a fraudster, how to spot a scammer, okay? This video is going to be about black conservatives. My perspective of a black conservative is someone who's basically like Candace Owens, like Larry Elder, Thomas Sowell, okay? You know, like I even like to listen to Cornel West, even though I was told that he's not a conservative, okay? But I don't really try to get into the techno-babble of the political side of it. It's just that if you want to find out if someone's a hypocrite, if they're conservative, they have to understand and respect the Constitution. Agree. Okay. Now, the Constitution clearly says you should not infringe on someone's religious belief system or take their guns. Right? So you got to understand that there's two types of people in the world. Lazy people who are liberal, and there's people who take advantage of the system, and then there's those individuals who just are very biased as a motherfucker. They're very emotional people. Yes. What is what I got to do with it? Yes. You want what? All right, I'll be in there shortly to get her, okay? Let's go ahead in there. I'll be right in there, okay? I don't think I can take care of daughters because my wife kind of corrupted. She got them corrupted, you know. Public schooling is not good for children, especially little girls. They're not. But she wants them in public school, and I allowed the Holy Spirit. The Holy Spirit told me not to do nothing. So when I suffer, I get blessings. I'm a magical person. Sorry if you don't believe me. Just basically check out my credentials down below. Let's continue on with the topic for today. So the topic today is what I think about black conservatives, okay? That's what I think of black conservatives. If they disagree with something in the Constitution and you said something to a lot of people don't like Candace Owens. I love her. Like Ben Sharp Superior, okay? You know, Superior, okay? I love the guy, you know. I say to him all the time, I love you, but I'm no homo. I love you, Ben Sharpio, but I'm no homo, okay? I love the way he talks. He talks really rapidly, kind of like myself. Usually people who are very astute, they talk really quickly. They know what they're talking about, but they can't get it out and articulate themselves to some people out there, or maybe a lot of people. Because to me, it's like a lot of people I don't get along with. Because I'll do the research and I'll actually show them, and they'll still be like, nah, man, when I tell them religion is folly. See, you know, even Ben Superior believes in religion, and that's where he loses a couple IQ points to me. You know, I don't believe in no religion because when I was 7 years old, I figured that shit out a long time ago when I was 7 years old. Now, other than that, black conservatives are everywhere. There are different types of black conservatives. And when you have a certain type of conservative who's a secret racist, who's part of that colorism and bullshit, that's all that superficial sugar-coated bullshit, you gotta really ask the right questions. When you ask the right questions, then you will know who they are. I always take the Socratic approach. If I had a question to ask, okay, anybody, even racists, because I talk to racists and even a couple Satanists and also pedophiles. They are different breeds of people. You have to ask them questions to understand where their history is at. Because if you don't ask them why, then you are at fault. And this is why I try to tell some of the people that I talk to. My boy Frankie wanted me to make this video about black conservatives. So I'm just going through this. And you don't ask any questions, you will never learn. You are not going to learn without not asking no questions. Ask questions and then let it be. Leave it alone. You got to try to leave it alone because you're wasting your time. This person they're set in their ways. And when they're set in their ways, you can't change their mind. Okay, you can't. Like when I try to tell people about religion, they're set in their ways until they come to realize that it's not real by common sense. And I say, if your Jesus is real, then all problems should be fixed, right? If God is real, all problems should be fixed, right? Nowhere in the Bible or any religion it tells you the reason why they're not here. But if I told you an older story before the Bible and before the Christian Quran, the Quran, you will be befuddled, okay? Your mind will be befuddled, okay? Because I told you there were men versus demiurge gods in ancient histories and times and past, and then I tell you the origins of the Christian Bible and the Quran, and your ass is still stuck in the Stonehenge. So that's why I don't get too deep about paganism and all that, Hindu gods and Judaism, which existed before Christianity and also the Quran. It's a fact, okay? You can do the research yourself, okay? But you have to understand something about black conservatives and anybody, as a matter of fact. When you talk to a person who says he's a racist, you got to ask a certain type of questions. If you don't ask certain questions, then you can put those questions to how they answered it. Because you can't expose me. I don't do that. You ask me a question, you'll know my history. But there are people out there who you don't even ask questions. You just automatically assume. Okay? And that's where you go wrong. What else is there to say about black conservatives? To me, I would really label people as either they're on the far left or the far right or right in the middle. Wavering side to side. Okay? They like some things on the right and they like some things on the left. It's okay to be a good liberal, okay, but a bad liberal is considered a far leftist. All right? You know, we have a right to speak, and our minds and our voices should be heard. But when it goes too far, like sleeping with animals, sleeping with children, you think that should be the law. Doing things that's really despicable by nature, and it doesn't have any moralities. But what is moralities? Now, the question is that it depends on the person that you're talking to understand what their type of morality, what morality means. All right. To me, when I saw the movie called 300 and they took them babies up high up in the air and if they had any flaws, they have to be cast because that will cause society to be in ruin. You have babies that have handicaps, it causes a stress point upon society, which I agree with that. So if I had a flaw and they found out that I was blind or some shit, they should throw me in the trash and then I'll get reborn. I'll be reborn in a new body. People don't understand what these bodies mean. They don't understand the makpa or the avatars. They don't understand that. If you hate something, you will be the thing that you hate the most in your next motherfucking life. High possibility. This is why I say you shouldn't be a racist. Or you shouldn't believe in colorism. But that's what I mean. I hope you understand my point there. And I hope that was articulate enough and fast enough and crazy enough and even sometimes cringy enough to misunderstand my mode and my speaking and my comprehension skills. So if you have any comments, questions, insults, or roast, you put it down below. Now you understand what I mean, what I think about. When I think about people who are very conserved right in the middle, they're more intellectual than the far right and the left because they're a balance. You must have a balance. When you're too far on the right, you're too strict. You're too stuck. You cannot move, okay? That means you're so logical that your life is just boring and drab. Your paranoia is astronomically too high. You're paranoid. You know, it's good to be paranoid. Don't get me wrong, by 70%. But I'll talk about paranoid in another fucking video. All right, I'm out of here, guys. That's all I really got to say, okay? So, all right, okay. I got a Pornhub. Most guys can't contend with me. Have a nice day, motherfuckers. because Yo Arse, man. I'm immature, but you're more mature than me. Somebody said, you seem so immature. I said, I'm a comedian, bitch. I'm like Jack Black. What the fuck am I? I'm eccentric, motherfucker. You can't take a joke. Dave Chappelle. I should make another video about that, should I? I should make another video? Okay. I'm out of here, guys. Peace.